There's a whole bunch of questions
Mm,
there. So I will focus to start on the topic I find to be the most exciting that absolutely will change the world and manufacturing in specific here. I don't know how yet, but it will. And it's around artificial intelligence. That has been my topic of fascination and passion in especially this year more than anything else, because it's the only topic that I can think of that really is completely ubiquitous to every industry and to every function. It's the only one that impacts the guy on the shop floor all the way up to the CEO, from every function of sales, marketing, engineering, operations, finance, and every industry. It's the only one. And there's two ways that it's starting to infiltrate our lives, is what I'm going to call it. And this is a concept I came up with the CEO of Falconry as we kind of did a series on AI together, Nikunj Mehta, and it was the difference between intentional AI and invisible AI. And I really like those distinctions, because intentional AI is you making a conscientious decision to include, and when I say AI, it's mainly ML at this point, but
mhm.
for argument's sake, I still like to use the broader term, but to adapt artificial intelligence to specifically improve a process, all right, that you're looking to do. Intentional use, pulling in a company, whether it's Microsoft or someone else, and go, hey, you guys offer these services, how do I apply them? That's intentional use. We're going to see that increase more and more. But the hidden one is invisible AI. It's AI that is being included in the stuff that you're buying that you don't realize it. Because now most softwares that you get are coming with AI, they're AI enabled, or, running on
Mhm.
machine learning algorithms, hardware to software to everything that you're getting. And now it's just infiltrating in everything your organization does, and you realize, like, wow, we are using this all over, we just don't realize that we're using it all over. So when you factor both of those two together, it's going to completely impact the way that everyone works, everyone does business. Now, on top of that, there's two main areas that I would view that people would pay attention to. And one of them is I'm going to call it the scarier one, and one of them is the one that we're doing all the time. So the one that we're doing all the time is using specifically machine learning to do better analysis for predictive purposes. So being able to
Mhm.
analyze large amounts of data to give us insights on that. That helps us make decisions. Ultimately, that's what it does. And we're starting to use that. People feel comfortable with it. It's easy to dive into, get a whole bunch of data, run some algorithms. Ooh, I gained some new insights. I can make better decisions. That, I think, it is already being adopted quickly. The other one is around making decisions for you. So this is using it to help you make decisions, and then using AI to make decisions for you. And that's the one I think that people are going to have a hard time mentally allowing AI to do. Good examples, self-driving cars. You're not making the decision anymore. It's making the decisions for you. Now start to apply that to, your own finances, your personal world, or your business that you have. At what point are you going to relinquish control and be like, you know what? I'm not even going to be involved in this decision process. The AI is just going to do it for me. That We're going to eventually get there. It's just a matter of how and when that takes shape. I don't know. I don't really know when, but that's the one that I think most people are worried about, scared about, and has the biggest unknown. The other one, we still have the control as the people, and we're using AI to help us make better decisions. So it all comes down to AI. If you were to go, where do you think, is the biggest thing in the next 10 years? It's going to be that topic.